Hi, folks. Mr. Coleman here, giving you an overview of our January seminar for seniors. For our January seminar, we are covering the following topics: the different post-secondary pathways, mid-year reports and how to request those reports from your counselor, the various financial aid options available to students and families, helping students appreciate how to analyze the award letters they are already starting to receive and the appeals process if they are so interested, as well as some supports around coping with the post-secondary planning process and some of the obstacles, issues, and potential disappointments that may present themselves. The LPS, which is an acronym for Learn, Plan, Succeed. It's a district language, Learn, Plan, Succeed. And the FAFSA requirements, graduation requirements for students, as well as upcoming dates and next steps. All of the bullets with asterisks next to them let you know that there's a separate video available on YouTube and our YouTube channel for you to review with more detailed information. In this video specifically, I'm going to talk about the Learn, Plan, Succeed and FAFSA / alternative application for financial aid requirements for Illinois aid, as well as the upcoming dates and next steps. That's what I'll be focusing on in this video. If you want to go into one of the other areas, feel free to stop this video and go check out the other videos available on the YouTube channel in the senior playlist. All right. So at this point, I'm sure you've received letters home this year and maybe last year as well, giving you a sense of how you're pathing towards graduation. Those letters tend to be inaccurate, and we've had issues sussing that out with students. But the big thing to know about Learn, Plan, Succeed, it's the district's program and structure that really supports that every student will graduate from a CPS school with a clear post-secondary pathway that falls in one of those categories listed here: college, military, employment, job training programs, and apprenticeship, or maybe taking a gap year, right? For our purposes today, what's most important for you to be aware of is that regardless of which pathway you choose, you are required to provide evidence of that pathway to your counselor this year before you graduate, because it is required for graduation. So since historically about 90% of our students have gone on to college, the evidence we need to see from you is a financial aid notice or acceptance letter, but we really, 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 really want your financial aid award notices, ideally by May 1st, okay? May 1st being the National College Decision Day. Financial aid letters are also super important for us. And we don't just want the financial aid letter for the school you plan to attend. We want your financial aid letters for all of your schools, okay? Because we do at the school level calculate how much aid our students have been offered across the entire senior class. So you want all of your financial aid letters, but especially the financial aid letter for the school you plan to attend. If you're going into the military, we're looking for your enlistment contract. If you're going directly into the workforce, your offer letter for work or proof that you are continuing to work if you already have the job now that you plan to continue after you finish high school. If you're going into a job training program, we want an acceptance letter or an apprenticeship. And if you're going into some sort of gap year / service year program, we want an acceptance letter for that as well. In a separate video, I'll be talking more about the pathways and giving you some resources to take a look at. But for our purposes right now, just note that you must provide that evidence to your counselor because it is a graduation requirement. And we will be ramping up our efforts to make sure we get that evidence from you as we get further into the post-secondary planning season. It also is worth noting that when you receive this PowerPoint, the graduation requirements hyperlink will take you to the CPS webpage that lays out in very clear language the Learn, Plan, Succeed graduation requirements. Now, something that we've talked about with students and tried to make sure everyone is aware of is that starting with your graduating class, it is now a state mandate that every student in the state complete the FAFSA, the Free Application for Federal Student Aid, or the alternative application for Illinois aid prior to graduation. The state is really trying to make sure that students who are eligible for aid, for any sort of financial aid at the federal or state levels, are completing the appropriate forms. If students are unable to complete the FAFSA, may be an issue for students who are undocumented or transgender students. We have the alternative application in Illinois that still gives you the opportunity to potentially qualify for aid at the state level, even though that's not an option at the federal level. This hyperlink will take you to the Illinois Student Assistance Commission's website and their page laying out more specifics and resources around that requirement. So, what we have not yet told students at Jones is that if you are not in a position to do the FAFSA or the alternative application, there is a non-participation form, and it's hyperlinked here in this PowerPoint. Make sure you take a look at the PowerPoint, and I'll make sure to add the links in the description to this video. But you want to fill out the non-participation form and get it back to your counselor. And that form is also available in Spanish, okay? So starting this month in January, when I'm recording this video, counselors will begin following up with students just to check in, the students who have not yet completed the FAFSA or the alternative application. We now have that information available to us from the Illinois Student Assistance Commission, and we'll be following up with you to make sure we're able to get that all done by graduation. Because again, your Learn, Plan, Succeed is a requirement, as is either waiving with a non-participation form or actively completing the FAFSA or the alternative app for Illinois aid. All right. And I've also included some links here to the FAFSA tips, help tips. They're available in Spanish as well. And also, if you've completed the FAFSA and you've received your student aid report, making sure you are clear on how to read that and some tips on how to move forward if there were any issues with your SAR. And then if you're planning to do the alternative application for Illinois financial aid, there's some more information hyperlinked here as well. So, big things to think about as we move forward. In addition to watching the other videos for this lesson, just keep in mind that your FAFSA or the alternative app, if you're doing the alternative app, that needs to be done as soon as possible. Please don't forget that the monetary award program, the MAP grant program in Illinois, requires completion of the FAFSA or the alternative app. And that tends to run out, like that program is first come, first serve. So you generally want to make sure you get your FAFSA or your alternative app done by February in order to be eligible for the MAP grant, because that is first come, first serve. Continue applying for financial aid as needed, and there's a separate video going over financial aid options and another video going over how to analyze award letters. So make sure you take a look at those and continue to apply if you need to. Know that in April, you will have a one-on-one with your counselor just to check in on your post-secondary plan to see if there are any issues or concerns for you. If there's anything else that comes up before then, by all means, please reach out to us, let us know. We hope that you will have your post-secondary plan finalized by May 1st, which is traditionally college decision day, just so we have a clear sense of what you're up to, what your needs are. We tend to do a celebration around May 1st, like Cupcake Day is something we've done in the past. You'll have to sort of bear with us as we sort of navigate pandemic and see where we are and what we'll be able to accomplish around May 1st this year. And then please don't forget, we need evidence of your post-secondary plan. That's due as soon as you have it, no later than May 1st. We prefer, if you're going to college, we absolutely want your financial aid award letter. Okay. And keep in mind that for all schools, as you're getting financial aid award letters, please email your counselor a copy of that so we can begin to calculate the amount of aid that you've been offered. That is all that I have for you in this video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your counselor for more information and insight. And we look forward to seeing you in our lessons on January 14th and 15th. We will be pulling you out of senior English on those days for about an hour. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to follow up with us and make sure you check out the other videos related to this lesson. Take care.